Alright, got a 5th. Looks like we're about to have ourselves the second half of our doubleheader. Colorado School of Mines will be going up against Tennessee Tech University. For the Burros, they picked up a win in the first half of the doubleheader, and they'll go up against D-Blade and the Prime Eagles here in the second matchup. Chat nice and lively, exchanging pleasantries, picking up some R buttons. Everything looking good thus far. Just a quick reminder here for Tespa. We're over on the tournament run. We're on the BlizzCon patch, but no Mal'Ganis. These are best of 3 sets. Week 6 of 7. So one more week of regular season games, and then the finale on the weekend of the 10th to the 11th. Go see Tespa's leaderboards at tespa.com, yada, 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 to go check that out. Well, chat, you're funny. Tennessee Tech wants to take us to Sky Temple. And something that should be familiar to our viewers as the supportless Abathur comp won here on Sky Temple for the Burros just a short while ago, going up against the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Teams want to go to draft. Joe's yelling at me. Let's go. Match number 1, Mines and Tech. Mines will have first pick. Dahaka Band. Perhaps setting up for the same style of draft. Who knows? A lot of different directions you can go on Sky Temple. As we talked about in the first half, there are a number of heroes that do better here. And in fact can be sort of isolated a little bit. Specifically for Sky Temple, we got a Junkrat last game. Again, the solo support Abathur. On the flip side, there was an attempt by UOIT to run the Medevac cheese. Medevac, Hyperion, a Reign of Destruction Gul'dan. Material Sanctification with an Artanis as well. Didn't quite work out. Abathur banned out, as is Malthael, so the double soak crew, Dahaka, Yrel, Malthael, and Abathur all banned out, and we're going to start things off with a Tyrande. This may be Tyrande's best map. Small limited skirmishes, the ability to choose when and where to take fights, coupled with a fantastic map for vision control.
For the Fuseius will rise again.
Tennessee Tech starts us off with a Greymundo, as well as an Anubarak, so not just picking up Anubarak, who again does very well on this map. They also back him up with a Greymane, one of the traditional Anubarak counters, but also a hero that works very well with that sort of single target stun and gun follow-up style. Remember, Genji's still available. All of the tanks are up on the board as well.
Ready for action.
A Blurridin. Blaze on the off lane. Muradin for the main tank slot. With those 3 off laners gone, Blaze has certainly moved up. Now you got to start thinking about that second tier of off laners. You see the Kerrigan banned out. That second tier includes Leoric. Can include the likes of Thrall. Falstad banned out, getting rid of some globals. We can also get a Samuro, although Samuro into Blaze is not great. Blaze does pretty well. This AoE focus. Kerrigan and Falstad banned out on the secondary ban phase, and now the 3rd and 4th selections for Tennessee Tech. Now look at things started with the Phoenix. Kane, maybe?
I shall do what I must.
They go Alex. They go with a high healing throughput with Alex Straza. There is a Maya. A very good pick into a Nubarak. Just in that Maiev can sort of dodge around, play around his skill shot oriented CC. Maybe a Hanzo. Maybe a Jaina. Maybe a Rainer. Jimmy gonna finish off the comp. Likely to have time on the Maiev and Justice on the James. And now the off-laner selection is missing. Data time, thank you for the bits again.
It's a perfect day for
What a
some
gentleman.
high
And they
end.
take a Junkrat. So they're very squishy comp with a solo Anubarak up front. Perhaps trying to avoid as much of the Maya of Tyrande Muradin combo as humanly possible. Tennessee Tech moves for a squishy sort of wave clear map control group. Here we go for game number 1. Interesting. Junkrat and Phoenix should really not be under very much pressure from the Stunlock combo. Junkrat by virtue of his range, Phoenix through the ability to use Warp. But they have better point control than you would think just because they went with the Alex Straza. Be interesting to see where they do choose to go with the Dragon Queen usage on this map. This is not typically thought of as a great Alex map. But the Dragon Queen has a couple of odd advantages. That mini gust, if you will, on Wing Buffet for one. Anytime you want to go for a boss, she'll put out an incredible amount of healing. Cleansing Flame also may be very good into, again, the potential for, you know, some big CC chains. Let's get that overlay on it. We're going to get things going here on the side of CSM. Michaelin, the captain on the bland old Blaze. Time, I'm going to be playing that Maiev. Tiddly on the Muradin. Zhou on the Tyrande. Justice will be playing Jim Laner. On the flip side for Tennessee Tech, the Prime Eagles. Glade will be playing the Phoenix. They're running it down mid. Sir Jeeves on the Grey Mane. Bonja on the Junkrat. Cherno on the Anubarak. D-Blade 08 will be playing the Alex. Starting things off with a Q build on Alex, a little Gift of Life. Anubarak going with the Regen Master. Owl number 1 is a hit. Phoenix holding his talent. What do we got there? Mobile? Yep, mobile offense. But Phoenix at level 1, no arsenal no difficulty. Dime going in, should have a jump. It's a late, very late vault of the Wardens. The target was Greymane. Skips on away. Tiddly, he cannot finish that time. With a little bit more poke punch, he's going to run it down a little bit here. Needs to be careful on that level 1 Junkrat. We're going to start things up with a pause. Joleg. Now, we talked about it in chat. You know, sometimes you just need to go to the library, put the astronaut helmet on, and plug into the real Ethernet on campus. Sometimes you got to stop relying on that Verizon Wireless 3 bars that you're pinging off of your phone, young man. Take a little bit of time here for Joleg. It's a tradition. Any of you that follow us at NGS, you'll know that Plastic Burrows usually needs the old early pause. Okay. Everybody's R. Let me do this. I can do this. And we'll unpause. A low health bars. Time goes in, gets the double. There's a follow-up. It hits Junkrat and Anubarak. Anubarak gets out with a burrow. Time evades the mayhem as Junkrat goes down. Getting real aggressive here. On top, again, Blaze and Phoenix. Glade has already lost shield, so that advantage goes to Blaze early. 3 members bottom, thinking about making a run at this Greymane here. Nothing doing. See the anchor here from Maya. This is big because this early camp can be invaded. Time grabs the chain. Alex avoids. There's the abundance down. The Anubarak is here. Shade gets thrown forward. We're not going to Maya on the backside looking to take down Alex Straza. There's a couple of resets. Greymane and Anubarak are stacking. Anubarak maybe 1 or 2 autos away. There's another teleport blink forward by Time. Junkrat goes down as well. The Burrows are off to the races with 4 early kills. Easily secure bottom. Michaelin holding court up in top on that Blaze. This is an odd situation because these Giants actually are safe if they are not cleared. They will just pepper this fort, and this being Sky Temple. Chip damage on structures has such an immense value. In fact, Tiddles is actually defending these. We'll have the Dwarf Toss out and available. Justice on the gym's laner. We'll go ahead and pick up Giants there. And we do have 3 lanes of Soap coming through. Temporarily losing mid. Half of bottom fort is gone. Time again with this aggressive anchor here from Maya. Found by D-Blade. Alex getting sick of that nonsense. Keeping an eye on the top lane. Glade trying to play catch up. There's another big invade. Nubarek gets out. Bonja shows up and says, take a little bit of this. The CSM does not like one bit of that. And we'll retreat out. They're keeping this pressure on bottom lane. You see Joe, you see Tittles. That's the classic Murden positioning is up here slightly north of the lane. You see where those 2 bushes are so that you can just Dwarf Toss, Stormbolt, Thunderclap, and then just eat a couple of tower shots while the rest of your teammates pick up a kill. That was one of the oldest of old school moves. Time. 2 tethers up. Eats the Impale. There's the resets. Greymane and Nubarek yet again are the targets. There's some beetles. Big trouble for Sir Jeeves, and he goes down. James Rayner with the kill. Michaelin up top with a blaze. Glade has been a little late to get started. He's going to have to watch out because blasting burrows anytime they want will make that mid-rotation. And they look like they're going to be set up for 2 early, very early objectives. Tittles. Interrupting the Anu. Here's the burrow. It's a long cooldown for the bug. Right now, blasting burrows have both of these objectives. Phoenix starting to wrestle back top. Michael take a little bit of damage there, just sitting there. Good pickup. There's the Dragon Queen. Look at the resets from time. Get the damage out already. 12k. We're 4 minutes in. Kid's pretty good at the video game. Blinks out. Avoids that kill. Good pressure there from Sir Jeeves on the Greymane. Looking for a little bit of vengeance. Top still unclaimed. Tittles is pushing it front. It's a Stormbolt on the Anubarak. Abundance is out for Alex. Blaze and Phoenix have not yet joined us. Time is in deep. We'll blink in. Hits 3 people on the tether trying to get the resets going. There's the Lunar Flare. Junkrat down first. Anubarak and Alex are running away. Phoenix is trying to find some counter kills. He's got Murden low. Justice is the target on the Rainer. Sir Jeeves is on him with the Greymane. No one goes down. Maiev deters any other kills. Now Burrow's now 6 kills up. They've got Blaze on top. Maiev sitting on a contested mid shrine. No trait for Murden. He brushes everyone away. Level and a half lead and a big advantage in structures. This top fort looking low. Glade shows up here with the Phoenix. Does not get there in time to pick up those shots.
And so the
And now the kill squad running around again. Where the flare does miss. We'll take a look at our talents here just to take a look at the stacks. Huge stacks from Tittles. Add another Stormbolt to it. Looks like we're going to add another dead Alex. There's the Burrowin from Anubarak. And Burrows will set up for the camp. Everything looking pretty standard. Just good execution. Looking to execute this Greymane. Justice with another kill. Phoenix goes down in top lane. Rough goings early for Tennessee Tech. CSM looking like they are well prepared. Especially for this map. This was the last map that they played in the first set. Tittles in a little bit of trouble there. Just trying to stop the members of Tennessee Tech from clearing up these giants. It's getting good value. Mid going down. Top going down. Let's see if Michael does finish this off. Starting to see the rotations around. Joe actually gets bounced by the concussion mine. Junkrat now is there. That's a quick shadow stalk. Everybody trying to get out. Tittles has Avatar. Actually does pop it. He's in the middle of 4 people here. Joe is actually backing him up. Here comes time from the flank. This is a Warden's Cage Maiev. Here it comes. There's the tethers. He's going to start bouncing people in real soon. Junkrat cannot get the mine up. Concussion mines away. Michael on the backside. Let's get the crossfire kill. Alex goes down as well. Great play from Blaze. Junkrat with the concussion mine out of the Warden's Cage, but the crossfire converts that kill. The Burrows are off and running here in game number 1, looking to pick up a night camp. This is Shiny Hero. Yeah, shout out for contacting me. Heroes Lounge, brother. From another league mother. The Blessing Burrows are a team that has played in NGS for a number of seasons. They have one outstanding player in time who plays for one of the better open teams in it. They've got a lot of practice together. They've been incorporating Justice onto the side here. Pyromantic and his Blackie self went ahead and graduated from last season's Dorm Squad. First time seeing Tennessee Tech here. 3 levels down, they're going to have to start to trade out, and it looks like they're going to set their eyes on top. They've got Junkrat soak mid, and with the Greymane, this is a really good trade in that they should be able to very expediently take down top fort. Junkrat bottom. This is boss and giants. Wow, they're going to have to back for this. This went quick. Tyrande does that. He's cleaned up the boss. Cleaned up. Got the bruiser camp going in here. Greymane is hanging out. Greymane eventually does back. This is pre-10. As soon as Warden's Cage is up, I expect time to go forward. Look to pick up the Alex. Again, here it comes. There's the chain. There's the Warden's Cage. Shadow Stalk for the heal over time. Phoenix goes down. Junkrat has gone down as well. Boss cleaning up the keep. One more kill ought to do it. Cherno goes down. Michaelin with a jet propulsion onto Greymane on the backside. He'll be alright though. He's going to bunker for this core. Boss, Giants, and 5 members of Colorado School of Mines looking to finish off game 1. 50% on the core, down to 35. That's going to do it for game number 1. Mines takes it. They stay 3-0 on the day. Another quick map here on Sky Temple. Wow, 0-0. Fastest game I've ever seen. Tournament runs a little buggy sometimes. That was a pre-10 win. Most of it because of time on the Maya. Not just the chains. There's a massive work in resets there. 28k in, what, like 9 minutes? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. We'll take a peek at our talents as we wait to hear what our second map will be. It will be the choice of Tennessee Tech. Have to check in and see where they do want to take us when that information is up. Again, everything looking fairly standard. A new echoing with a shield build. That's kind of in the new, hot on a new. With the shield talents at 4 and 7, so you start off with Shed Exoskeleton and gives you a little bit of movement speed, which is nice. But Shitness Plating for the cooldown reduction gives you outstanding uptime on Hardened Carapace. And that actually, that talent choice makes sense, particularly when you're going to run Nubarek with 3 squishier heroes. I mean, listen, the problem in this game was that Maiev was just going nuts in the early game. And Muradin and Nubarek are really good tanks here. On Dragonshire. We saw a lot of value out of Tiddly on that one. Okay. Gotta get our lobby set up. For map number 2, we are headed to the Shire of Dragons. First pick will belong to Tennessee Tech, as this is the selection of the Blasting Burrows from Colorado School of Mines. Thanks, Dad. We'll get our teams in our lobby shortly. Oh boy, changes. Probably need a, well, I shouldn't say probably. You do need a traditional solo laner here on Dragonshire. It can be tough to make a squishy offlaner work. Particularly because on Dragonshire, there's usually some form of pressure that can be applied from mid to top. And you do not want to put an easily gankable hero up in that lane. Okay. Everybody trickling on into draft. Let's go ahead and update our Huinas Tech. So what do we got? Map number 2 was there. Blue pick game number 2. And blue won game number 1. Looking good. Once again, teams are moving on into the lobby. Big shout out to Huinas for putting this bad boy together. Last thing to do. Blue picked Dragonshire. Yeah, that was a stop. Tough go for Tennessee Tech in that one. Make sure they are first pick. Duh. Thank you for pointing that out. Tennessee Tech doesn't have a lot of games on the schedule, so the way that Tespa works is you can register for a number of different weeks. The fall season does not determine anything for the spring Heroes of the Dorm competition. It's just a nice little 8-week setup that we have going on. We're in week 6. The regular season lasts 7 weeks, and then there is a break. So then week 7 will be the last week of the regular season, and then move into the finals. One ready. 2 ready. Alright, let's go. Dragonshire up next. Colorado School of Mines. Looking to complete a perfect afternoon. They have gone 3-0 thus far. This is their selection. Taking us to Dragonshire. Michaelin likes this map because he can AFK and top lane a lot. It's nice. Everybody else does the hard work. He just kind of hangs out on the point. Don't tell him I said that. Urel is our first ban. Top lane on Dragonshire... boy, is the most important solo lane in the game. I'm trying to think if that's actually a correct statement. I'm going to go with it for now. It's not just about winning the points, about creating an advantage where you can then put pressure on mid. And that pressure on mid can either come in the form of capturing the dragon or just wave clear in general. Heroes that can double soak are of prime value here. If you can control the bottom lane and you can free your top laner up to do some double soaking, you can push the game to level 10 very quickly and then use that for the first objective. But in addition, there are a number of camps and a deadly triangle between mid lane and bot lane that are of the utmost importance to control and can lead to big time early plays. A Diablo band out as well. So Maiev go. Don't want to see that. Maiev is free low on Dragonshire. Let's see where Tennessee Tech wants to go first. Dahaka is the pick. Going for the best solo laner in the top lane. Tyrande is the response. There are some matchups that Dahaka will lose early. But by level 7, once Freeing Frenzy is online, he's probably the best all-around top laner. Malthy can certainly give him pressure. And then Leo is always just sort of like a skill play. Blaze picked up. Blaze Dahaka is an odd matchup because they both really don't do enough damage to bother the other one in the early game. But Tennessee Tech now has the global to make a possible camp invade. Blaze doesn't have any way to really chase him down. Garrosh and Hanzo are picked up for Tennessee Tech, and that's a very important combo to be grabbed because Hanzo is one of the just easiest traditional counters to Garrosh. It's very important that Garrosh has the ability to close on not just the frontliners, but at least somebody in the backliner to make a play at some point in the game. Muradin gets banned out, taking away the tank from Tittles. Good tanks into Garrosh would be a noob.
It is time.
Lulz and I was going to say Johanna. But now we got the double support. Main tank Zool, baby. Oh, you love to see it. Okay, so the reason that this works on paper is the following. You've got your double support with Tyrande as well as Morales. Morales provides direct healing on a single target basis. And in addition, Morales, with her Safeguard, which received a buff in the last balance patch, we'll take a look at some of those abilities, provides added armor on top of a Zool who can rotate between Bone Prison and threatening the kills, building through the W build, and then can obviously have access to a fantastic baseline shield. We expect backlash on the Zool because it adds to the kill potential. Garrosh, Hanzo, Jaina, Deckard. Some good counters, though, to the Zool shenanigans. Good backline combo. Deckard Cain does very well into Zool, particularly with Emerald, which certainly looks like it will be the pick of a level 7. I'd be surprised if Delay went another direction. It actually can go with Can Eyes. But this is a Zool that will be looking to build through Cursed Strikes at 4. 4 you get the CDR, at 7 you get the healing with Harvest Vitality. The build starts to come online. And then at 13 you start going bananas with the attack speed. Let me know if I got those talents flipped up. This is about wave clear, minimal mana usage, and then kill pressure with the combo of Bone Prison, as well as Lunar Flare. I hate that camera bubble, by the way. Blasting Burrows, Colorado School of Mines, looking to complete a perfect day. They're going to start it off with Michaelin on that Blaze. Time is going to be on the Rainer. Joe going to be playing Morales. Justice on the Tyrande. And all eyes on Tiddly. He will be playing that main tank Zool. On the flip side for Tennessee Tech, looking to extend this series to a third game. Bonja. We play in the Jaina, Sir Jeeves on the Hanzo, Cherno on the Garrosh, D-Blade on Deckard, and Glade will be playing the Dahaka. We do get Backlash. I'm going to keep an eye on some of these double support builds. This is the Spell Armor. And the Resistance for Tyrande, the Caldera. And then we do get Life Support. Okay. Looking to get maximum usage out of Safeguard. Tiddles steps up. There's a Cursed Strikes. Everybody's trying to avoid what the Garrosh does. Time, in fact, does get the penetrating round to push him away. Michaelin will head top. You saw the Whitemane ban. And Whitemane is actually the other double support, combo that you want to run with Tyrande. But Morales is interesting in that, she does not have the same mana issues. And she does have CC. That little bit of knockback with the grenade can be the difference between Garrosh getting a throw off. Fiddle slides on up. Now getting a little bit of chip damage here. There's Jaina. Bonju Cherno's going to get an easy throw on somebody. Looking for Zool. And he only found a minion. Here comes the Scroll of Sealing, however. The Bone Prison comes out onto Garrosh. Lunar Flare follow-up. Time should have penetrating around. Get some more poke on him. And Morales boops everybody with a grenade and moves on. Rainer anchoring up there. Speedy auto attacks on Garrosh, who's very low. In the bottom lane, you can see what Tiddles has already done. He's cleaning up, providing Skeleton. Moves on in, should have the shield. Avoiding the Blizzard, is low. Takes the stun. Morales is here. With a flare late. Garrosh getting bounced. Time probably needs about 4 autos. Gets 2, 3. Can't find the 4th. Top lane, Blaze sitting on the point. See what Glade can do here. Gotta keep an eye on the bottom. Wow. Tiddly, he went ahead, grabbed it. There's the throw on Rainer. Jimmy's got 2 supports with him, but he's got a Garrosh body blocking him, and he's gonna. Looks like he's going down. Okay. Sir Jeeves finds first blood. Tiddly, he in the dragon, making the move towards mid. Up in the top lane, we see these two continuing the age-old battle. And in the bottom, Justice and Joe, the support players, await with open arms this dragon to barrel down bottom lane. Ember, sad, no Nova.
Good day, my friend.
Shiny here, better draft from Tech. It's a good draft. 100%. By taking Jaina and Garrosh, they effectively took away 2 heroes that are just insanely good into Garrosh. Not afraid of the hammer here. They will, however, be down in the wave clear department. That's really been where the early struggle has been. Time on this Rainer has been up front. And just really kept Garrosh from controlling anything out there. With this bottom wall going down, Perhaps a Bone Prison target. Zool could be thrown. There's the Indomitable on Garrosh. There's the throw. Backlash will follow up. Bone Prison out on to the tank from Tennessee Tech. He's low. Time yet again does not have the autos to get through. Bonja in trouble on the Jaina. Time steps up. Rainer's going to need 2 or 3 more. Can't get the pepper on. And Joe on the Morales is doing Morales things. Tittle's back into position to go ahead and step up. Scroll of Sealing missing. And does not deter the Burrows from taking, at the very least, this wall. Wow, they're stepping it harder. Here's Cherno. Should have the flip on Rainer. Time does not care. Willing to run it down. Bone Prison yet again. There's the Cursed Strikes from Zool, who gets thrown. Indomitable gets used, and Garrosh is out. D-Blade here on the Deckard. Might be able to have a little bit of chase on Morales. Taronda goes down. You saw that there in the bottom lane. The Scroll of Sealing come through, but Rainer is there. Jeeves jumping on in on Hanzo. Goes down. Got traded out by Rainer. Bonja with the chase. Blizzard is out. Cone of Cold. Onto Morales is not quite enough. Jimmy just hit Deckard with that bayonet. Gun butt him, Gems. Time will not be stopped.
The shrines are gathering power.
What's that Pink Floyd quote?
The dragon light.
Time can be a monster and time can be a disaster. Can't pick up on the way. Jaina, Deckard, and Garrosh grabbing this one for Tennessee Tech. As we throw our builds on up there. Big value from Jimmy in that Behemoth armor. Every time you hit a hero with a peppered attack, you're picking up health. 5 max health every time. 200 base. Zool steps up, has the skeletons. Backlash has to be used. He squeezes his way out of the Scroll of Sealing. Blaze now has begun the double soak game. Well ahead of Glade on that Dahaka. Bottom is secured. 3/4 level lead. Cherno moving forward. It's a penetrating round. Now has to deal with the Bone Prison. Keep an eye on the follow-up there from Justice. Lunar Flare comes out. You know the Hunter's Mark is there. As Garrosh's health points start to drop, Bonja steps up. His Jaina has been very good. Bonja has at moving in on the Morales. D-Blade this time is the object of the Bone Prison. Health bar starting to get low. Backlash is not going to feel good on this Garrosh. Zool gets thrown in. Rainer gets traded out, but Zool is right in the middle of a blizzard. They're trying to use the Curse Strike to stay alive. Cannot convert a kill. There's the Groundbreaker stun. Zool low. Bonja slips forward and cannot convert the second kill, but Rainer goes down. This is 4-1 in terms of kills. Tennessee Tech doing a darn good job here on Dragonshire in these team fights. They are punishing the Burrows, potentially for going a little bit too deep. Michaelin has to grab the Globe, lest he start to lose this lane against Glade. 3 members in the bot lane, still running it down. Let's take a look at our stats real quick. Very nice job from Bonja on the Jaina thus far. Top lane controlled by Blaze. Jimmy working on some Giants. Flare comes out. Needs, oh boy, 1 more auto attack to finish off that bottom fort. Level 10 soon to be here for Colorado School of Mines. Tittles goes ahead, locking in Garrosh with the Bone Prison. Does use the Unstoppable. There's the throw. Backlash is going to get a number of members. He's getting a ton of value from this level 7 talent. The Curse of Strikes is helping out. And there is an auto attacking Rainer moving on in. We've got the skeletons as well. Time has known of that for the fort. Okay, now it goes down. Jimmy with that movement speed and with the auto attacks does finish off Deckard Cain. Bottom has Giants pushing down a lane which is thoroughly controlled by the members of Colorado School of Mines. Blaze has been up to the double soak action. And this is a 2-level lead for Mines. Actually going to make the move for the first neutral camp down at the bottom. What do we got? Bunker, Shadow Stalk, Stim Drone, Skeletal Mages. Jimmy going with a Raider. Drag there from Glade. Bottom pressure is a thing. Wow. Time steps up, actually stops to stay a while. The members of Colorado School of Mines have to move inside to the ring. Hanzo follows it up with a Dragon Arrow. Oh, baby, we got some memes. But Garrosh goes down first. The magic armor from the camp really stopping what was potentially a very nice wombo combo. Here comes the siege. Zool moving on up. We've got skeletons. We've got a camp here. The double soak game from Blaze has been strong. Tiddly he will begin to work on the wall. Mage minion still alive, still providing a ton of protection from the Jaina spells. Now wall almost all but gone. You see Isolation, Warlord's Challenge. We did see Ring stay a while, which did get interrupted. Time in a bit of trouble here. Joe moving back up to pick up young James. Garrosh is looking for something here, and the only thing he's going to find is a little bit of pepper. That is a well-done steak. Garrosh goes down, respawns, runs into a Jimmy, runs into a Stim drone, and is deleted. Glade still controlling top. Colorado School of Mines, I think they know that it's going to be very difficult for them to grab top away from the Dahaka without a strong rotate, so they keep putting pressure on bottom. They will eventually certainly send somebody up top. Maybe Michael even makes a play, and that will be the next dragon. Dahaka has been top lane all game. Not a single aggressive burrow in. The dominance in the bottom lane has made it very difficult for that to happen. Tiddly, he has to move away. Dahaka actually gets picked off. Raynor and Tyrande went up there. Zool in trouble. But almost auto attacks Hanzo to death. There's the grenade from Morales. Lunar Flare comes out. We're going to get a little bit more Dragon Arrow action. There's the Bone Prison on to Garrosh. Ring misses. Bonja moving on up. Goes down to Raynor. Was hoping to get the counter kill there. Found nothing but a little bit more pepper. Zool steps back. Picks up the dragon. CSM now up 3 levels. Picking up a dragon. Picking up a kill lead. They have designs on this bottom cube. Dankstrom, what's happening, brother? Dankstrom Tank and Vice is worthy Tank and Vice. All auto attack speed reduction on Zool has the potential to cripple what CSM want to do, but if you are not looking for the Zool main tank, it can be something that can be very tough to adapt to. I thought the Jaina Hanzo combo would do a good job. It largely has. I think Bondra's done a good job on the Jaina in this game. Just a little bit too much. Things like this James Raynor, who's just auto-attacking everything to death. Stim drone from Morales. Stay while listen on the backside. The dragon is unstoppable, however, does not care. Jaina has gone down to the Raynor. There's the bunker. 3 members inside it. Remember, this is Zool inside. The wave is pushing up behind Harry Gary. Cherno moving in. Looking to try to keep this game going, but with 25% of a core between Raynor, Zool, Tyrande, and all of that, that equals a CSM win in game number 2. So a perfect day for Mines. And the boys from Blasting Burrows. 4-0. They do themselves pretty well here today. They fell 2 teams that were actually slightly ahead of them in the standings, I believe. Actually, I think UOYT might have been 1 spot below them. Looking to crack into the top 20. Will improve to 8-4 after this game. MVP of that game, I gotta give it to Tiddly. Why not? For playing main tank Zool. Joe on the Morales doesn't get a lot of those numbers, but was probably responsible for like 15k of that Raynor damage with the Stim drone. Nice to see. What do we get from Morales here? This is always kind of neat. She's an armor stacking hero now, and this is kind of why. Life support. Oh, okay, so we get the energy back. This is an interesting pick. We went with cellular reactor just in case she does get dove. And then vanadium plating, which is a fantastic talent. You can keep like 100% uptime. Once you get to 16, I think the double... That's the double shield talent from Morales to 16. I think that's shield sequencer. Something along those lines. Anyway. Blue team wins game number 2. Mines goes to 4-0 on the day. Shout out to Tennessee Tech, as well as UOIT for joining us here in the lecture hall. When will I be back? I have no idea. I'm getting ready for Heroes Lounge. Actually, I think on Tuesday, we're going to do a little bit of action with some of our C-Div teams. They're running a little invite tournament. You'll probably see me there. Other than that, I don't know. Might pop up on some teammate streams. Trying to get ready for Heroes Lounge. The first inaugural NA season is coming up. I will be streaming as well for Heroes Lounge. It's super awesome to join up with the EU crew. I'm trying to bring them a little bit of NA lull. I've been your host, Professor Bobo. I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up today. I'll catch you next time. Again, VODs, catch me on YouTube for updates when I go live. Hit me up on the Twitter. Shout out to everybody for joining me today. Shout out to Dad Time. Thank you for the bits, good sir. Papa Hollis, bless. Viking Swaggy for the follow, as well as Shiny Hero. Thank you for introducing yourself, sir. Much appreciated. We'll see you guys soon.